Hi everyone, أنا كارلا بودياب, past president ل Rotaract Beirut Cosmopolitan و your host ل season 1 of Rotacast. So, there are some people you meet in life who leave a lasting impact. Those who carry a spark, a drive, and a passion that turns every challenge into an opportunity. Our guest today is one of them. An entrepreneur, professor, psychologist, wellness coach, and a passionate advocate for public health. She started her very first business at 21, played a key role in major public health events, and has trained countless HR leaders, marketing and entrepreneurship leaders as well. Beyond her impressive career, she's a Rotaractor at heart, a past DRR, past club president, and a mentor to many. She's seen Rotaract evolve, faced all the challenges, and shaped Rotaract's future. How does she do it all while keeping a heart full of passion and courage and energy? Let's find out, and let's welcome our very special guest, Christine Arzoumanian. Hello.
Hello, Carla. What a wonderful introduction. I'm humbled.
Thank you. We're so happy to have you.
Likewise. It's an honor.
Okay, so as we have said that you've been in Rotaract and Rotary for a long period of time. If I want you to just say one word to describe this journey, what would it be? كلمة واحدة.
Love.
دغري.
Yes,
You didn't
I
have
don't
to
have
think.
to think about it. It's love.
Why love?
Love, because everything you do, it's driven by love. And you may not feel it during the process or may take it for granted, but after 10 years, 20 years, or 20 years plus, it's like my experience, you see that, of course, it's love, that's the drive, that's the thing that keeps you going, and that's the influence, and that's the impact, love and kindness. And there are other qualities as well, maybe we talk about them in a bit.
Yes. I want to add something إنه بس كنا نحكي إنه how love is a driving force. We used to إنه نحس إنه that's silly أو إنه نسمع أشخاص عم بيقول إنه that's very cliché أو إنه هيدا الأشياء اللي بنستخف شو إنه شو يعني driven by love. بس when you embrace the growth وكل شيء بنقطع فيه and your experiences عن جد you feel it to your bones وبتبطل بدك حدا يصدق أصلاً إنه
There's no need.
There's no need.
No need to prove.
صح, no need to prove because you live with it. You live بهيدا البروسيس اللي هي the most real emotion. إنه عن جد مش إنه بس love the romantic love. هي إنه كل شيء بنعمله بالحياة نحط هيدا الحب towards كل شغلة بنعملها.
Exactly. Also love to the community, and the work that we're doing for the community. Well, of course, it's driven by love,
What else?
Actually, kindness also has a lot to do in this journey. Kindness. Also this, we take it for granted. We say that, that's maybe a weak emotion or, but that's a strength,
Kid.
It is a strength to have a strong personality and yet be very kind. That's what clubs or the members in the club, they come together and they feel at home. And that's the power, actually, the glue of members, to feel that family-driven environment, So the kindness and love, it just
and I think
flourishes.
They are both universal languages. Like whether it's love or kindness, if you travel now to any country, if you act kindly, في reward للkindness. So عن جد بتحسيها ما بدها تفسير. It's ما فيك تفسريها وما بدها لغة معينة. So
صحيح.
I love that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you have such an impressive career, whether an HR professor, a business consultant, and so on. How did Rotaract and Rotary influence your career and professional life?
Actually, I started very young to attend, when I joined Rotaract, I was very, very young. And I had my business at the time. It was such a journey. And in your 20s, you have this energy, You
want to do everything.
You want to do everything. And I was also involved with other organizations as well. And, at the university as an undergrad, I was part of other clubs as well, So it was, and work at the same time. I don't know how I did it. But Rotaract, it gives you this space, for you to be innovative. So I think my entrepreneurial skills also evolved because of Rotaract. yes, I did have my business and everything, but that innovation, that creativity, Rotaract helped me to nurtured me actually.
It fuels it, yes.
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 So I would say that.
Okay. So you had a lot of roles in Rotaract and Rotary as well. What one position that you've held that you feel it's so fulfilling?
Oh, not one position at all. Every position, you know, has its challenges, has its actually the beauty of, you know, carrying the task. It's not a task actually, because you, as I've said, you do it with love. Once you do it with love, it's just you being yourself, and you're making an impact, knowingly or, you know, or not. You're influencing the people around you, and it's really like you're nourishing something, you know, including yourself. So yeah.
What would you tell your students about Rotary and Rotaract?
We should ask them, actually. They are in Beirut Cosmopolitan Rotaract Club. Beirut Cosmopolitan Rotaract Club has been, and it is now, and hopefully will be, a wonderful club because of its members, you know. They are wonderful. They are change makers. They are leaders, you know. And the beauty of this is they carry on, you know, the legacy, and they try to make the spirit, you know, like, you know, for other people also it will be inspired to have the same spirit, you know. So this thing is wonderful about Beirut Cosmopolitan. It's people in it, you know, that will make a difference. And so coming back to your question about the roles, I was a past president of the club, and it was such a journey because it was during the war in 2006. You know, so it was hard times, but when you're a club president, especially for Beirut Cosmopolitan, you tend to have multiple roles. You'll be the club president, you know, you help out in the Raila, and you do this, you do that. So it's never a one-task thing, because you're doing it with love, and you tend to take a lot of responsibilities. And this also helps you, well, you should be wise in it, because it does take a lot of your time. Because if you love something, you give your all. So you have to know how to manage your time well, and organize, you know, your affairs, you know, so that you can do whatever you have to do in a professional manner and a well manner.
I want you to recall a moment where Rotaract tested your leadership skills, and how did you act back then?
Well, listen, in Rotaract and Rotary, every day you're somehow tested. You are being tested, but you wouldn't know that, because it fuels your leadership abilities as well. I've been in charge of, on a district level, I had many positions. On national level, I had many positions. In the club, in Rotary, Beirut Cosmopolitan, you know, in the board, and as a club member, and we have a lot of responsibilities and tasks to serve. So if you're, I mean, everyone, I believe, in Rotaract and Rotary is a leader, you know, and of course you're always somehow tested, I would say, but you wouldn't take it that way, because you are just doing what you know best, and making sure that there's harmony, and you're doing something good for the community. You're having a wonderful fellowship, you know, with the members, and inspiring also others to do the same.
The same, exactly. Speaking about leaders, what's a quality that you think every leader should have?
What's a quality for every leader to have? Well, first of all, I believe, and this was my secret actually, as a past DRR, as I've said, mentioned, the positions, the responsibilities, I would say, that I carried on, is to have faith, really. Is to have faith, because once you have faith, you have that strength in you, you know, and automatically it refines you. And whenever you fall, because we all tend to make mistakes, right? Definitely. So you will stand up again, you know, and move forward, right? So faith, and if you're doing, you know that you're doing something right, okay? And you keep on improving yourself, working on yourself, right? And you take care of the people around you and with you. So this thing is the most important thing for a leader to have. And as I've said, of course, the love and the kindness.
Just as they say, trust that you can and you're halfway through. And that's exactly how you explained it. When we believe إنه we can do this, فينا نعمل هيدا الشيء, فينا نحقق this goal. When we believe it in every cell فينا, then عن جد we're halfway through. No matter قديش بتكون الطريق صعبة أكيد وفي أغلاط وفي fall يعني breakdowns وكل هالأمور. بس deep down بس نعرف إنه نحنا we can do it ومؤمنين بهيدا الشيء, magic occurs.
And why not spiritual faith too?
Definitely.
Spiritual faith is far more important than anything else, because at the end of the day, this is what makes you thrive. You know, spiritual faith is very important, and it's very important for us to nourish it.
Mm-hmm. A question about being a university instructor. Like teaching those days is. يعني بس نحكي عن teaching or being a university instructor, it's different now. إنه somehow إنه what university instructor, إنه there are a lot of أشياء تانية whatsoever, but during يعني taking into consideration your life, it's as if all what you do falls under this umbrella, like the mentoring part, the consultancy, it all comes from teaching, right? What some words you can share about being a university instructor? It's a very important thing, knowing that the influence على التلاميذ is very important, it's essential by their pathway.
Yeah. First of all, well, to be a professor, it's a mission, you know, and رسالة يعني it
exactly.
is. So I don't look at myself as a professor. I'm a teacher, you know. Although yes, we have the doctorate and all that, the 2 masters and this and that, you know. But I'm a teacher at the end of the day, and being a teacher also it means that I'm also a student, you know, and then that's
Beautiful.
very important for a teacher to know and embrace. You know, I also learn from my students, and I'll give the same way as I have given in Rotaract or in anyone, you know, my surrounding and my friends, and you do it with love. It has to be driven with love. I mean, you do things sometimes, for example, or because of illness, you may not be able to deliver what you have to deliver, let's say, right? But you know that there's this drive in you, and it kind of makes you wake up every morning, that with a goal, with a purpose, and that thing actually not only cures you but also cures other people. They feel it. They'll be as I've said also about the kindness. It's proven medically that kindness increases the immunity of the other person. You know that the other person, and also of you.
Okay.
Yeah. So it does increase the immunity. That's why nurses, they get trained and to be kind. Or let's say when a child is sick, when the mother takes care, that kindness, it increases the immunity level of the child. This is proven, by the way. Huh? There you go. I'm teaching now. I can't help it. Huh?
It's within.
It's within. Yes. So. This is very important part. Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll go into another segment where we ask fast questions. It's rapid Rotaract, so I'll ask you questions وهيك بدي fast answers. Okay? If you could have any superpower for a day, what would it be and how would you use it?
Well, I have superpower, by the way.
Okay.
My superpower, I was born with it. It's my smile. Yeah, I'm happy when I smile, and I feel that when I smile, all the wonderful qualities I have, it flows, it shows, and it makes an impact, and people will be happy, and that is my superpower. I have it every day,
Yeah. Okay. Rotaract and Rotary have so many incredible people. If you had to pick one Rotaract or Rotary member, past or present, to join you for coffee, who would it be?
Oh, this is a very difficult question, first of all. I'm sure you know that. Everyone.
All صبحية
مع الكل, So everyone. I cannot I don't want to name names because I'll be doing, I won't be fair to others, really. So I love the members of our Rotary Club as well, Rotary Club of Beirut Cosmopolitan. I love the team where I worked, in my Rotaract years, the district Railas and the country Raila, the team there, and now all the past, they are past district governors, everyone. It's just wonderful. I really miss them too, by the way, and I would like to have a cup of coffee with them. You gave me something to think about now. Yeah, thank you.
You're a business consultant and an HR professor, but if you weren't doing that, what's a completely different career path you'd be interested in pursuing?
Well, I would do the same thing because it's so important in life to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And this is something that I also teach at the university to our students, And I kind of, well, no one taught me then, but I owe this to my father, I guess. It was, my university, before university, actually, before me attending university. He helped me a lot in finding my strengths just by observing him. This is, I'm بحكي يعني 14 years old, 15 years old, And that's how I chose my path. I wanted to be a businesswoman just like he was, and carry on with the family business and do things on my own, And then along the way, because of Rotaract, I love the training part. I used to give a lot of trainings in Rotaract. So one thing led to another, and I became a trainer without even knowing. Like fast forward, 10 years, and I'm a trainer now, right? So, and then pursuing my doctorate and everything, I became also a professor at Aygazan University. So, whatever I had in mind, I accomplished them, and I'm very happy doing so. And I thank my Lord, for all these things, and that's a blessing itself. And I'm sure there are other things that I would love to do. And maybe things that I don't know now. I'm still, trying to figure it out. You have a lot to explore, yeah. So, and that's totally normal. That's fine. Even at this age, it's not like you have to know everything, when you're a young person. No, along the way you evolve and change. You change too. Definitely. Yes, we as human beings, we evolve, and that's the beauty of being a human being.
Now we have a bonus question. It's the president's question. Okay, ما بنعرف شو هو.
Oh, right. How wonderful.
مفاجأة.
President Zero. I send him my regards and all respect to him.
Definitely. Okay. What's your favorite memory from a Beirut Cosmopolitan event that really captures the spirit of the club?
Such a beautiful question. Just like him, huh?
Yes.
Beirut Cosmopolitan, it was actually, whatever we did together, And we made a lot of impact at that time, especially when I was president. We created the vests, Rotaract vests, which all the clubs in Lebanon started to wear. It was a fundraising for us. And it started during the war, actually. I wanted for us to do our community projects and the services with the branding, and the people who made those vests were women in need of work at the time, right? So it was a social entrepreneurship thing, as I've said, it fueled my entrepreneurial skills, Rotaract. So that, and it continued for years, members wearing the vests and everything, and also it brought the club together. And we were selling it in Lebanon.
Common identity,
common identity of all. We were selling it in other countries as well, This is one of the zillion, actually, moments and memories, yes.
Okay, last question. As a part of the Beirut Cosmopolitan family, what advice would you give to someone who has just joined the Rotary Club of Beirut Cosmopolitan and is looking to get involved right away?
Well, they should not wait. and join, because it really will help them unleash whatever wonderful skills they have. And it's also a place for them to grow, as I've said, as a person. You will know your insecurities, you will find out your strengths, you know, and this is the beauty of Rotaract. Now you may say that, okay, fine, I'm having these things in Scouts, let's say, or in other organization. لا. غير. Sorry. So
with all due respect.
So it's wonderful, the international relations, you know, you traveling abroad and seeing Rotaract members there. And this is the beauty of, especially
community.
when I was
The community.
Yes, and when I was DRR also, you know, it's wonderful to have all these, you know, thousands of people, you know, under one district, and with a hello, you get to meet them and have a wonderful time with them, and also work to enhance the community together. So it's a beautiful journey. I'm not going to say that it's an easy journey. They will have a lot of ups and downs.
Definitely.
Based on how someone perceives it, based on how someone is willing to give, and in what attitude, and what perspective, and what mindset they are approaching Rotaract. But you know, along the way, it will shape a person. You know, it's
a better person.
Yeah, to a
Definitely.
better person. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So that was it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any final words before?
Well, I'm very happy. It's the first time that something like this is being done, actually, on a national and maybe on a district level on Rotaract. So innovation. It's, I don't know. It's in the club spirit, I think, and President Giro and the board members and the team members.
Definitely.
You know, I think they're doing a great job. I'm sure, and I know they are doing a great job, and you know, they're the best. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, عنا تحيز بيروت كوزمو.
You know,
Sorry.
weak spot.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure. Thank you everyone for watching. See you very soon.